This is Kugan Cassius for IFL TV and association for MTK Global in Gibraltar here for Rumble on the Rock. I'm joined by now one and only professional Campbell Hassan. Campbell, assess for me your pro debut.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I got the win. I do think I can do a lot better, and there's things I could have done differently, but it was such a big occasion and the build-up's been absolutely massive, so there was going to be nerves, even though I anticipated it and said I wanted to try and make sure I didn't let it get to my head. But I think it's, with everything that's gone on, it would have been impossible not to do it a bit. But I think I did show in patches that I have got a lot of class as well as having a fight. So it's just next time out, what I get a little bit more of the class in there and a bit more composure.
Campbell, we spoke on numerous occasions this week about the pressure, and it's almost like you kind of blocked it out and didn't want to think about it. You kind of let me do my thing, etc., etc. But would you say that the pressure possibly was a factor going into the fight of you wanting to maybe over-impress?
Yeah, and I'd said all week that that's the exact thing I don't want to do, and I need to stop myself, and I think it's just easier said than done. But like I say, in patches where I just stuck to my boxing, I think like Matthew said that I looked really good and shown flashes of what I can do. So I think next time I'm going to be 10 times better, just because I won't have half the pressure to deal with as I did tonight. So like, I've got the first one out the way, and I think next time I won't be half as nervous and half as eager to impress.
I was going to ask you about that, what your uncle Matthew said to you. I've just spoken to your dad Ricky. What did Ricky say to you immediately after your fight?
Yeah, first thing I said was that I've boxed shite there, and Matt said, you definitely didn't box shite. He said, obviously Matt's always really honest, like, it could be pretty brutal, but he said, like, you boxed well. He said, there's things you could have done better, and we both know that I can do a lot better because we've seen it in the gym. But he said, I think when you watch it back, you'll be a lot more pleased than you are. And having spoke to him, I feel a lot better about it, and I'm buzzing.
Do you feel slightly relieved that the pro debut, which is always going to be talked about and kind of assessed and judged on, is now out the way?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said there, I think for my second fight, there'll be half the pressure now that like the big one's done. So now I think I'll be able to get that momentum behind me and then start showing like the proper Campbell Hatton.
The transition, obviously, you've made after the fights you've had at amateur level compared to this, how would you kind of explain that transition?
I wouldn't say there's a massive one. I think I've always boxed with like a pro style, and we've not had to do too much stylistically. I just think the occasion was a lot different to anything I've ever experienced before, which and I think the nerves made, like, in the gym I'm doing 6 rounds sparring and absolutely flying, like really like pissing it really, and about a minute into each round there I started thinking, Jesus, my legs are feeling heavy. So I think now them nerves are out the way, and like the first one's done, I can really improve next time.
Well, regardless of what you think of your performance, obviously you'll go back next week and talk to Matt, your uncle, and also Ricky about your performance, analyse it, go through what you needed to do more or less of, etc., etc. So, but ultimately, it doesn't matter. You're 1-0, you're off and running, and that's really all that matters.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a big step out the way there, and can only get better from here. Like we say, it's not going to happen overnight. I'm going to have like performances which are great, some that are mediocre. I've just got to learn from each one and improve.
Probably think you could do with a few more sponsors.
Well, I'm after a takeaway sponsor now the fight's out the way, even though I've not got long, so get in touch.
Do you know what's great to see Mawson Group on there, because we're so used to seeing Mawson Group, your dad wearing the hat many years ago, and to see Mawson Group on there as well. Fair play.
Yeah, definitely. Mawson have always been massive, especially in the Manchester boxing scene, where you see like Crawler, I think Jamie Moore, my dad, Matthew, have all been sponsored by Mawson, so it's good to carry on the journey with them.
Campbell, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. Like I said, you want to know you're off and running. The pressure off the pro debut is now over with. You can go and kind of reflect on it, do what you need to do, and then move on.
Yeah, definitely. Just can't wait to get in there again now.
Campbell, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. Go and enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll catch up again soon.
Nice one, mate. Thank you.